On a quiet Halloween evening when rain taps gently against the windows and candlelight dances across the kitchen, some desserts become more than just food. They become unforgettable experiences. Today, we're creating a vampire bite red velvet cheesecake, where rich chocolate, velvety cheesecake, and a blood-red cherry glaze come together in a haunting masterpiece worthy of the season. Every detail tells a story. A glossy crimson mirror glaze catches the flicker of candlelight, dark chocolate drips slowly over the edges, and handcrafted chocolate shards rise from the center like obsidian crystals. Great desserts begin with exceptional ingredients. Every component has a purpose. Every texture has a role that creates the iconic vampire-inspired finish. For our Oreo crust, we'll need 220 grams of Oreo cookies, 60 grams of melted unsalted butter, 15 grams of black cocoa powder, and a small pinch of salt. With every ingredient measured and every tool carefully arranged, our kitchen becomes the stage for something extraordinary. The oven is preheated, the springform pan is ready, and the candles cast a warm glow across the marble countertop. It's time to begin. Place the Oreo cookies into a food processor and pulse until they become fine, dark crumbs resembling black sand. Add the black cocoa powder, followed by the melted butter and a pinch of salt. Stir until every crumb is evenly coated. Transfer the crumbs into your springform pan and press them firmly into an even layer. Bake the crust at 160 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes, allowing it to become crisp and flavorful before cooling completely. For the red velvet cake layer, gather 120 grams of cake flour, 12 grams of cocoa powder, 4 grams of baking powder, 2 grams of baking soda, 2 grams of salt, 90 grams of granulated sugar, 70 grams of vegetable oil, 60 grams of buttermilk, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar, and 1 teaspoon of super red gel food coloring. In one bowl, whisk together the cake flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt until evenly combined. In another bowl, mix the sugar, vegetable oil, egg, vanilla extract, buttermilk, white vinegar, and red gel food coloring. The vibrant crimson color begins to develop immediately. Gradually fold the dry ingredients into the wet mixture, stirring only until smooth. Pour the batter into an 8-inch cake pan, smooth the surface, and bake at 170 degrees Celsius for 20 to 22 minutes. Once baked, allow the cake to cool completely before trimming it into an even layer. For the creamy cheesecake filling, prepare 700 grams of full-fat cream cheese, 180 grams of sugar, 170 grams of sour cream, 3 large eggs, 20 grams of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. Place the softened cream cheese into a mixing bowl and beat until perfectly smooth. Add the sugar and continue mixing until fully incorporated. Next, blend in the sour cream, cornstarch, vanilla extract, and a small pinch of salt. Add the eggs one at a time, mixing gently after each addition. This slow method prevents excess air from entering the batter, giving the cheesecake its signature creamy texture. The finished mixture should be smooth, glossy, and completely lump-free. Place the cooled red velvet cake layer directly over the baked Oreo crust. Slowly pour the cheesecake filling over the sponge, allowing it to spread naturally. Wrap the springform pan securely with heavy-duty foil before placing it inside a roasting pan. Carefully pour hot water around the cheesecake until it reaches halfway up the sides. Bake at 150 degrees Celsius for approximately 75 to 85 minutes. The edges should appear set while the center still has a gentle wobble. Finally, refrigerate overnight to allow the flavors and texture to fully develop. The cherry mirror glaze will use 200 grams of frozen cherries, 60 grams of sugar, 40 grams of water, 8 grams of lemon juice, 6 grams of gelatin powder bloomed in 36 grams of cold water, and a little extra red gel coloring if needed. To create the dramatic mirror glaze, gently simmer the frozen cherries with sugar, water, and lemon juice until the fruit softens completely. Blend the mixture until smooth and strain it through a fine sieve for an ultra-silky finish. Stir in the bloomed gelatin, then allow the glaze to cool. Place the chilled cheesecake on a wire rack and pour the mirror glaze directly into the center. For the dark chocolate drip, prepare 120 grams of dark couverture chocolate and 60 grams of heavy cream. Prepare a rich dark chocolate ganache by pouring hot cream over finely chopped couverture chocolate and stir until completely smooth. Once slightly cooled, pipe natural drips around the edge of the cheesecake. Their uneven lengths create a dramatic Gothic effect while balancing the vivid red glaze. Finally, for the dramatic chocolate decorations, we'll need 150 grams of dark couverture chocolate, black cocoa powder, fine chocolate cookie crumbs, and a touch of edible black glitter if desired. Spread tempered dark chocolate into a thin sheet and allow it to partially set. Cut irregular triangles before the chocolate hardens completely, then dust each shard with black cocoa powder, fine cookie crumbs, and edible black glitter. Arrange the chocolate shards in the center of the cheesecake, layering them at different angles for a dramatic centerpiece. Add a few fresh dark cherries or blackberries for contrast. Finally, create 2 small puncture marks near the top and fill them with extra cherry glaze. As the crimson glaze slowly drips downward, the iconic vampire bite comes to life. Warm your knife in hot water and wipe it clean before making the first cut. With every slice, the layers reveal themselves. The crisp Oreo crust, the vibrant red velvet sponge, the creamy baked cheesecake, the glossy cherry mirror glaze, and the dark chocolate finish. Every bite delivers a perfect balance of crunch, richness, and silky smooth texture. Thank you for joining me in creating this hauntingly beautiful masterpiece. If you enjoyed this cinematic baking experience, don't forget to subscribe and join me for more extraordinary desserts.